guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya, Sidegigcrafts. You guys, I am excited to be here this morning. It's Saturday morning, and I'm going to be doing some watercolor today, and some die cutting today, and some, you know, just plain old having fun. Got a piece of watercolor paper. I do have a little pencil on there. That's okay. We're going to work around that. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you are. I've got this frame. Let me kind of frame it out. And this has been sitting in my craft room probably since last year, at least. This is one of those frames from the Dollar Tree. Remember when we were all, back when it was $1, and we were all taking the pictures out and turning these into something else? Well, I have one left, and I never used it. We're going to make something fun today for Christmas. So, here we go. Now, my point is, when I am doing this, I want to show you guys die cuts. Got this one from Temu. I'll try to find a link, but I can't promise. I don't even know if it's available. So, I got this one from Temu not too long ago, and first thought was to make, obviously to make Christmas cards, but my thought was to put it in this frame because it's the perfect size. Look at this, check this out. Put that, the papers are going to be just the perfect size, and I can layer them up and make them look like a little scene. So that's my thought. So I need a background for that. And so we're going to watercolor that background. I've got all my pieces cut out, so that's going to save us some time. We don't have to run them through the die cut machine. But I want to use some watercolor for that background and make it beautiful. So I do have the die cut out of both navy blue. I'm going to color it over that purple because it's not going to affect anything, and I'll end up cutting that side off, but I do want to cover the paper. So, excuse me, saturate it really good here so we make sure it's my paint spreads. This is Strathmore. I love this paper. I could have taped it down. It probably would have been a great option so that I didn't get any runny things at the edges, but that's okay. We're here now. I'm going to be using some blues, like Prussian blue, maybe some cerulean blue, some of this ultramarine blue, and I'm just going to start dropping it in the paper. Yep. Just letting it go, letting it kind of seep out. We're going to use some indigo. Nothing too fancy, just put it out there. Nothing fancy at all. We'll just kind of put a base coat here. I've got some text messages coming through. I wonder who that is. Now, as this goes, I would think I want my silhouettes to stand out. So the paper behind them needs to be a little bit lighter. Not lighter than this, but a little bit lighter in the scheme of things. And the rest of it a little bit darker. So we're just kind of going to drop some of these colors in here. I want to use indigo in there because that's my fave. Not sure why I'm just mixing these colors because that's not the way to do this. Where is my indigo? There it is. Put this up at the top. Look at that color. That's the color I'm aiming. Gosh, that's the color I'm always aiming for, isn't it? I just need to drop that in there. But I don't want to do it necessarily all that much in the middle because that's where my silhouettes are going to go. And I want them to stand out, like I said. So we'll kind of go around. I think I'm going to have to kind of, because it's going to look weird to have those bright blues, and then we'll just make it darker on the outside. I think this is the color I really want. It's my favorite, what can I say? I love the tones to it. This paper's just taking it right up. Okay, which is great. Let's kind of add this down here at the bottom. We'll just kind of let it seep, do its thing. Now, if I'm really good at this, I could kind of make some trees. Watch. I'm going to try. I'll just kind of lob this in there. I guess pine trees aren't really the thing where they would be, huh? Oops, my branches would be this way, wouldn't they? But we'll play with it and see what we can, you know, maybe they're not trees. Maybe it's some other kind of silhouette. I don't know. But we do kind of want to frame it. See how leaving that light part in the middle makes it such a difference? It's going to be the best place for placement, right? Just got to make sure these don't look like Slender Man standing in the background or something crazy. Do you guys know that story? Those stories? Yeah, I watched too much. I'd watch too much. Too much videos or something. But you can see kind of how that, you know, the background is kind of just making it subtle. I like that. Now, it would be kind of crazy if I didn't put some sort of a no, I guess not, because I'm going to do that in a different way. I'm afraid to mess with this right now. I like it the way it is. We're going to let this dry. I kind of want to hold the frame over it and see where the picture is going to go. If there's anything else I need to do. This might actually be too big. I might have to shrink it. Shrink that picture area up a little bit. And that glass is going to stay in there. Okay. So this will go something like that. Without the glitter. That's really nice. I'm going to leave that alone. It'll be fine. There's a little speck of glitter that just fell off of this thing. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Oh, man. Should have left it alone, guys. Should have left it alone. Cash is back. That won't show anyway. Okay. Alright, we're going to let this dry. We'll let it dry and I'll be back. Alright, you guys. So, I'm back. The picture is dry. It's all dry. And I want to add some stars. So I was thinking of splattering some of my bleed proof white Dr. P.H. Martin's on here. But as you can see, it's dried up. So I'm thinking, I cut off an edge so we can test this theory. If we add water to it, I mean, it's dried up, it's a pasty now. Oh, wait. See, this is supposed to be ink, so I mean it should be runnier than this, I believe. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is add a little water, and I might be wrong to do this, but we're going to try it because I want to be able to use, even if it's not the way it's intended to be used, that we can use it and it's not just going to go to waste. So, because we're using what we have, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to add this water here. This brush is toast, but this is what I use it for. I just use it to splatter, so I'm not too worried. I'll probably need to soak it. All right, let's see if this ends up bleeding. I mean, I guess that's all I need to do there. And we'll dry that. Okay, I'm going to use my tool on this one. I don't want it to get too hot. We'll give some of these smaller spots. That way we'll know faster. I think it's good. I don't think it's bleeding at all. Nope, it just sits right on top of the paper. All right, this is going to work, you guys. Coffee time. All right, so this is going to work. This is actually sitting really nicely up on top of the paper. I wanted to make sure some of these were dry on the darker to see if it picked up any of that indigo. And then up here, it blended a little bit, not into the blue. It didn't pick up the blue, but it's softer on that lighter blue. The bigger spots obviously are darker. But it's working. It's actually doing what I want it to. So we're going to take this. We're going to splatter this. Yep. Now, I do want the splatters, I want them up in the starry sky. So what I want to do, I want to kind of mask this off. I don't really want them here. And I don't really want them here because we don't see stars in front of trees, do we? And I'm going to go ahead and mask it off down here at the bottom too. I'll just put this here. So this is the only area I really want the stars. Well, actually it's not, but we're going to do this part first. I want them kind of behind the trees. Remember, I'm not going to have this much space to even fit in the frame. It's not going to be that big of a space, so just a starry sky, right? Cute. I think this is going to be really fun. All right, let's see what we've got. Got a little bit down here on the grass anyway, but that's okay. Now let's check this frame and see where we're at. Look at that. That's cute. I do want a little bit up here. See if I can mask that without messing anything up. Oops. Try not to go too crazy here. All right, I think that's probably where I should stop. All right, now, I know this is a waste, but I gotta wipe that ink up. So yes, I can use water. We can use water to get that rehydrated into a state that we can use it. And I'm really excited about that because this would be, I mean, not only stars, but what about snow for Christmas? That's a great way to do it. I'm going to put these in the laundry because they're wet now. And we're going to go ahead and dry this, and I'll be right back again. All right, so that's all dry. Now we need to figure out, I think I want to take this bow off. I got paint on it, and I'm not liking it. It's in the way. So we'll take that bow off. I could put a different bow on it that I'd like better. I think I'd like to get this light spot up here to act as, you know, that one famous star. And I think this would be a good way to go right here. So we're going to trim this back and see where we're at. Maybe to the side a little bit more. I like that. So we'll take off about 1/2 inch on this side. How long is this supposed to be anyway? This is supposed to, let's look at the back, because that's 5 1/4. So this is going to be about a 5 1/4 piece. So let's look at that. 5, ooh, that's a lot cut off. You sure, Tom? Let's look at 5 1/2. So I can see where we're at with that. I guess it can't be bigger than this piece. Yeah, so, okay, well, let's get it down to 5 1/4 then. By, let's see, what's this? 4 1/2. This is going to go up to here because I want that full sky the best that I can. Actually, I'm going to go a little deeper. Okay, so 4 1/2. We'll take a little bit off the top, just a little. There. I think that's our background. I'm going to hold on to these pieces because aren't they beautiful? Look at that color. We're going to use that for something else. Okay, so there's our background. Now the problem is, it's not really a problem. So the deal is, we do have this foamy stuff. Shoot, without the foamy stuff, this probably needs to be bigger, and it won't set up. I'm going to have to glue that back in there. But, oh, you know what we could do? I have a better idea. We're going to put our own foamy stuff in here. I've got black foam. And we glue that in, and then we don't have to worry about trying to color it. That will work. Or you could use black paper on foam tape. That could work too. That actually could work really well. See, that foam is what holds the paper to the back of the frame. So there needs to be something there. And let's do that. Let's try something different. I think, let's try to have, what do I have here? Oh, maybe I can't do that. You guys, I'm out of foam tape. How am I out of foam tape? Just the tiny itty bitty skinny pieces, really. Oh, here's some. There's some. That's actually perfect. So we'll do, let's do like 1/4 inch strips. Is this 1/4 inch? Approximately. Let's do, let's see, let's start this at 2 1/2. We'll do 1/4 inch strips. hoping this will work. I think it will. Probably be easier just to do the foam, huh? It's going to be easier to do the foam. You know why? Because it's already colored. I don't have to stick, I do have to stick adhesive on it, but it's already thicker. I think this is a better option, but at the same time I'm also going to layer this too. So 5.5 will be 2.5, 2 and 3/4. Is that halfway? Did I do that math right? No, but that's close enough. 2 3/4-ish. And I'm going to use, check it out, this tape to adhere these. This is going to be so much faster. She's following you and yelling at you. Are you her new person?
I think she wants wet.
Give her some, it's fine.
I don't want to give her some.
I know. Give her the beef or chicken, it doesn't smell as bad. Cash is begging Josie for wet food.
Have you tried that stool yet?
I have not sat on your stool yet. I am recording, by the way.
Okay.
I like to warn you just so you don't say anything personal that you'll regret. Josie got, I don't know if I told you guys in one of my previous videos, but Josie got a office chair from Amazon and the back broke. And Josie is not a tiny person. Josie is, how tall are you? 6'2", 6'3"?
About 6'2".
About 6'2", 6'3". And the chair lasted for 2 months and just the back busted. So they sent replacement parts, and those were the wrong replacement parts for some other chair. Oh, this isn't gonna work because I can't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use another tool. Let's see. And so it's been a chore. So Josie has, because of that, now a backless chair, which we're going to use as a stool for the sewing machine. Maybe, hopefully. I think it'll work. It's kind of funny to see a office chair bottom in here. Okay, I know I'm spinning this in circles. It's because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Okay, so we're going to line this up here on the line, and I need 1/4 inch. Oh my gosh, that's thin. That's going to be right here. This may not be easier after all, because I thought this would fit in the trimmer, but that's not going to work. So we're going to go this way, because I think this will work. Just way easier than I thought. Okay, so that's a 1/2 inch. I'm doing just a little over 1/4 inch, I guess. There's 2. Wider this end, but that's okay. We can use the other end. All right. So here's my thought. And if I'd thought it all the way through, I'd have remembered that we've got to still fit the backing. Okay, this still has to be thinner. And it's going to need sticky on the other side too, which is fine. Actually, if I put the sticky tape, okay. This sticky tape on the back. This is still foam. I'm going back to the foam tape. I think this will work though. I could use hot glue, but this is going to help me measure to cut this properly. I'm not going to go all the way way down because I think that's way too long. Now what I need to... Hi, Gretchen. She's barfing over here. Cut along here. Watch your fingers. I'm using that tape to measure that. I guess I could use scissors too. That would have worked. Oop, there we go. I'll just throw that piece away. I don't care. And this can go right here in the bottom. And I can just do that. Because it needs to go all the way around. So we'll just pull that paper off. I think that's going to work nicely, actually. I probably made that more complicated than it needed to be, but I'm figuring this out as I go. So you guys can learn from whatever I figure out. Definitely, right? Oops, wait a minute. It twisted on me a little bit. Let's get that all the way down into the bottom of the frame. Now let's see how that looks from the front side. Oh yeah, it's perfect. So you'll see the edges are black. It doesn't stick up, so it's just the right height and thickness. That's great. That's great. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. We'll just keep going. And since we know that we can fold it up the sides, I won't cut this one off at the end. But I will use this to cut this because it's easier than the blade and worrying about cutting myself. All right. We're getting somewhere. Might be the long way around, but we're getting there. You guys, I want to give a shout out today to some of my friends. To Tatiana and Gary. You are on my mind today. They're going through some stuff. Not my story to tell, but they're going through some stuff. And you guys are on my mind, and just know I'm praying for you and thinking about you. And I do feel blessed to meet, to start to get to, you know, to get to know all of you, honestly. It's been such an amazing thing to get to know people on YouTube. I thought it was just a channel where you could go and find information. I didn't realize when I started watching YouTube videos that, you know, it really is a community. And those of you who comment, and, you know, I email with some of you, and some of you have shared your Facebook with me, and we've met in different ways, but we're all here. And it's just so neat to me to have that connection. And it's to people all around the world. I think it's pretty cool. And it means a lot. It means a lot. Not just to me, but there's other people out there. You know, there's people that are struggling through some times, and it's a reminder to me that sometimes our videos, as much as we are making them because I'm crafting anyway, I might as well turn on the camera, right? But, you know, some people count on some of these videos, and it's a reminder to me that we're all in different places and in our lives, and you know, it means a lot sometimes when folks need that extra boost in their day, or they just need something different, you know, to think about or what have you. And it's just really neat to know that you're making a difference in life, and that's pretty special. Okay, so with that, now you can see how this doesn't go all the way against the glass, and we've got room to create our scene. Isn't that cool? And that foam actually holds it back in place. And it holds the glass in place too, which we're going to need to clean before we actually frame this. So here's what we're going to do. I've got the cutouts. I know we're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. I'm telling you, it's a long way around, but we are getting there. I've got the cutouts. This is what this is all supposed to be all about. is these guys. Now the question is, do I want to use blue silhouettes? Because I cut out both blue and black. Or do we like the black better? And where I thought I was going to use the blue, I'm aiming back towards the black. I think it really stands out more than the blue does. So I do want to make these sturdier, so we're going to glue some of them together. And I'm going to go ahead and glue the blue ones to the background of this one, because I don't want them to go to waste, but I probably won't use them. So I do need to layer them up. They won't be strong enough to stand up by themselves for long, especially in a humid environment like, I don't know, Alabama. There we go. Back, Gretchy? Feeling better? So I, as a new bearded dragon parent, have been hesitant to feed crickets to my bearded dragon for different reasons. One being, I don't know, I don't like live bugs in my house. I don't care what kind they are. And that's pretty much the only reason, really. But, you know, the live bug thing, I don't mind the worms because they can't go far, but not a big fan of crickets in my house necessarily. I'm not scared of them or anything. I mean, I have to work with them at work, and we feed them to the animals there. But the more I read, I was like, okay, I really do need to get over this and go ahead and feed it. It's either that or roaches, and I am not going there. I refuse. I refuse. Maybe in an emergency, like if I couldn't find anything else, no worms or anything else, I might actually purposely bring a cockroach into my house, you know, and feed it that, because that's one of the things that they eat and enjoy and love. And I just don't want to. I don't want cockroaches getting loose in my house. Anyway, there's enough wildlife here. I don't need to add to it. So I'm actually I'm gonna stack all of these, you guys. I think it'll be a stronger piece. I think I'll be happiest with it. So I went ahead and fed crickets yesterday, and oh my goodness, it was so funny. I thought I got too many, and I got medium size, and this is a big lizard. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I keep saying he because I'm not sure. We just been referring to it as he, and I need to get up the courage to look. And so I got 20 crickets. When that little dude, I say little, he's not little, saw the bag of crickets, he was so alert and ready for it. And so I started pouring them in there. He went to town. He hunted every single one down. He got them all. And if nothing else, I mean, he got the nutrition from it, obviously, but if nothing else, the activity that went into that was worth it. So I'm going to have to make sure I am adding crickets to the diet. Yep, I'm going to have to do it. Loved every minute of it. So that was awesome. I learned. I've joined a bunch of bearded dragon parent groups and I'm learning a lot. Now there's varying opinions always on how to care for our pets, but I'm trying to take it all in and see what works best for us and what makes most sense. Research the research, all that stuff. So I want him to be a good, happy dragon. He's a cutie. And I've got, I got to change out his enclosure. Once he does, I'll probably post a video of him. He's not his enclosure is quite big enough. I made sure of that, but it doesn't have any, it was a very quick thing, so he doesn't have all the necessary stuff. He's got lights and he's got you know, food dish, but it's not pretty yet. It's not the way that I want it, and I'm sure he'll be happier when I get working on it. So it's going to be a process. At least until my utilities stop being so high, because I've got to put money into that. Yep, I've got another month of high utility costs. Hopefully the weather will switch up on us pretty quickly. I know last year we went from air conditioner one day to the heater the next, and it was the heater the rest of the year. It was crazy. It just, there was no in between. So I'm hoping that's not the case, and we have some mild weather here in between, kind of relieve my pocketbook. Crazy, crazy expensive this year. And I know it's because we have 4 adults living in the house, and I know that's part of it. And then 2 of them work from home, so, you know, they're here all day long. They can't be uncomfortable. They need to be comfortable to do their work. So the air conditioner's been on. And there we go. Put this black one at the back just in case. I don't want that red to show through it, because that blue paper has red on the back of it. So I want to make sure that that doesn't show in any which way or form. It shouldn't, but now I'm going to know it's not going to at all. Not possible. I feel like I didn't place that quite right, but it's going to be close enough, I think. There we go. Okay, now how are we going to get these to be in there? So here's the deal with that. Hang on, I gotta get that donkey's nose down. We're gonna need to space these. Now if I put them one in front of the other, those animals are really too close. Actually, that's interesting. This is longer. One's longer than the other. That's fine. But I want to put them so that there's some distance in between. So we're gonna put some foam tape in between them too. Are you going somewhere?
Yes.
Where are you going?
Do you need anything from like the store or anything?
I don't.
Okay.
Why? Where are you going?
I'm gonna go, I don't know, drive around. I'm gonna go get some my meds from Walmart. I'm gonna do some other stuff.
Okay. Oh, you going with Sebastian? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. No, I'm good. I'm actually going to work today. I mean, so
Alright.
I'll be out and about. Thank you, though.
I'll see you later.
Be safe. Love you.
Love you. Maybe I need my wallet.
That could be an important feature.
Could be, especially if I was going to thrift stores.
That's right. All right, now we need this one foamed up. You could use foam, or you could layer it, you know, put strips of paper down there. Wouldn't matter. So here's what I'm thinking. See, if this one is this way, there's a little bit more room between the people and the animals, but I'd also like to bump it up just a little bit and make that like a higher, a little bit higher. So I'm going to glue this down kind of a little bit lower, is what I'm saying. So I think I want this right about well, that's a good spot. Right there. And you can see they're not at the same level. I kind of moved them. This one is going to be too long. We'll cut that right there. Oh, I still had another layer. That's all right. And let's see how this goes. You see how that fits on there? And this is okay that this one's cut off there. It's not going to show that much. Let's see if this is all gonna fit. I hope. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna just, let me think a second, because if I pop this down too low, it might not work. I'm just gonna glue this to the board. Why not? Actually, I'll just tape it to the board. Just tape it. I have this tape. It works. It's great. Doesn't tear. This is strong. It just pulled up some of that particle board there. Bet you can't guess where I got that. Bet you can't. Bet you can't. Okay. So let's put this on here. That'll make it a little easier to handle. I think I'm going to have to set this up just a little bit to make it work. And I think I'm going to put a little, I'm going to put little dots on the back of their heads to help keep them supported. Can I get that out of there? Because it doesn't have to be on the head, but these are thinner than that foam, so I'll put another dot on top of that. Should have used the same tape probably, but that's okay. Ooh. It is a hot one in here today. This is going to be slightly too long. Slightly. Just a little. That'll work. It will. And if I do it right... Shoot. So I've got a little spot down here because it's lower that is going to show. I'm wondering... I just don't want the blue to show through, because then it'll be very noticeable. So we'll just put that there. We're just patchworking. Sorry if I'm off camera, guys. I keep working towards myself and I keep forgetting. Okay, so this is going to have to go up just slightly. Go. All right, here's what I'm going to do to get this to fit right. I think this is the only best way to do it. Put this all the way in here to the bottom where it will sit, and then put this on top of it. Fingers crossed. Oh good. I forgot to check if the right side was up. That was risky. Alright. So that stuck it down right where it needs to go. Isn't that cute? Okay, so here's something, and those who know me probably knew it was coming. I'm feeling like it's missing something. We're putting some gold on there. We've got gold on the frame. We need to tie it together. Let's get this gold on here somehow. Let's see. We're going to go around the edges. Might not be something that's very noticeable. If at all. Because some of that will be under the frame, but actually probably most of it I probably need to go in just a little bit more. We'll see how that works. You know what I forgot, you guys? I have to go to work today, and I have not paid attention to what time it is. I have no clue. Josie just left, which makes me think it must be at least sort of approaching lunchtime-ish. I should probably check. Oh, I'm good. I've still got time. It's only 10:30. Should I put it? I don't, I'm hesitant to put it on the black, really, because I don't want it to be too crazy, but I do want to put a little here down at the bottom, at least, to frame it out. Okay, let's see how that works. It needs more wipies. My chair is so squeaky. My chair might bust too, for all I know, man. Okay. Does that gold show at all? Not in a way that I like. Dang it. So here's my issue. I've got, it's not all the way to the bottom. And by putting that gold there, it just showed that it's not all the way to the bottom. It just pointed it out. How can I fix, what should I do with this? I can't really lower them at this point, I don't think. Maybe I can. Let's see if I can. I don't want to mess with it too much. Oh, I can. I just want to go down a little. Let's see how that is. Gretchen, you're snoring. I didn't go down at all. I think I just put it back in the same spot. Oh shoot, now I'm tearing up Mary and Joseph. Let's try to knock that down just slightly. And lifting up that layer, darn. Okay, so I lifted up that layer of the piece behind it just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off and fix that down lower. I think that worked. Why is this not going? There we go. So I think what I want to do, it actually, okay, it's in a good place, but I think what I want to do now, because I do have this down here and you can see it, I think I want to go just a little bit more. It kind of looks a little bit like dry grass, if I can get it just right on this bottom part. Just softly. Softly, I say. that's okay. And then I think what I'd like to do, I kind of want to do this. Just put little touches of it here and there. Just little bits. Ooh. All right, baby Jesus, you can take the show. It's yours anyway. Okay, I think that's gonna make a huge difference. And help outline those things. And then we're going to go in a little bit deeper with this because you can't see it. Super lightly. Boy, we used all the tools for this one today, huh? We'll just kind of silhouette them in. Okay, I like it. Actually, I really like it. Where'd that wipey go? Okay, let's see. Ta-da! Finished project, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let me wipe off this glass. And that way we can put this together and see what the finish looks like. The finished project. There it is without the glass. And with the glass, let's go ahead and close it up. You guys ready for this? I'm a little nervous. Here we go. There it is. You guys will love it. I think it turned out cute. All with paper and paint and stuff. Isn't that cute? I think that's going to make a really cute Christmas decoration. I could potentially put something around here. It does have some scratches and stuff from... Oh no, that's not scratch at all. That's glue. That's just glue. I thought it was a scratch. Here, let's see if we can... Oh no, there is some scratching from sitting around in my craft room for a year. I think that's glue as well. That's hot glue. And now I'm peeling the paint. Isn't that awesome? Alright, so I think, you know, there's opportunities that I could decorate that up too, but I don't think I'm worried about it. Isn't it cute? I think I'm happy with it. So there we go. There's the finished project. I hope you guys like that. Hope you will be encouraged to get out some things from your craft room. Make some fun things for the holidays. You guys say your prayers for those who need them. And thank you as always. I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.